guys, welcome to my month 14 post VSG update. How are you? I am feeling so good because today I come to you exactly today at exactly 14 months post-op. I come to you exactly 100 pounds down since surgery, which is my goal. Today I'm at goal and I couldn't be happier about it. I'll give you my stats. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 20th, 2016 in Morristown, New Jersey at Morristown Medical Center, but I'm from New Orleans. I live in New Jersey now. My high weight, starting weight day of surgery was 265. I'm 5'8". Last month I came to you at 172. This month I come to you at 165. So that is a 7-pound loss for the month and 100 pounds down since surgery. Which is crazy. I couldn't be happier. Let me back up a little bit. So last time we talked, I was in New Orleans for Thanksgiving. It was right before Thanksgiving and I was 172. I had been up and down for a bit. And then after Thanksgiving, we came back to New Jersey, and that Monday, so a couple days ago, 3 weeks ago, I weighed in at 175. And that was the Monday after Thanksgiving. So for the last 3 weeks and 2 days, I have been focused, super focused. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted every single thing I ate every day for the last 23 days or whatever. And I lost 10 pounds in the last 3.5 weeks, which is crazy to me this far post-op. Because this far post-op, I really don't feel like it's the sleeve doing a lot of the work. I really feel like it's me doing a lot of the work. And at this point, I feel really good about it. I definitely feel like I'm dieting, but I feel like I'm very disciplined with it, and I feel like it's getting easier. Having said that, I'm starting a week of vacation today. My mom flew in for Christmas, and we're going to be spending time in New York and here and there. So it's going to be about a week of vacation with Christmas and all that, and then I plan to get back on it because I certainly want to lose more to give myself some wiggle room for maintenance, but I feel so confident about being able to do this long term. I feel really good. I mean, in the last 3.5 weeks, I not only didn't have a cheat day, but it's I didn't even have to think about not having a cheat day. I mean, I had some days where I ate better than others, but it feels really sustainable. It feels like I can do this long term, and I feel really good about it. So anyway, I'm in a really good place. Honestly, I feel really good, and I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your support. Especially, like I said on Instagram, I've been posting a lot, and I'm sure some people are really over it. But for those of you who like to see my what I eat in a day, friend me on Instagram, and you'll be able to see what I ate for the last 3.5 weeks. And probably after this 1 week of vacation, I will probably go back to doing that because honestly, the accountability piece really helps. If you guys are on a weight loss journey of your own, I find it very helpful to document that journey somewhere, whether it's on YouTube or on Instagram, or I guess some people are on Facebook. Whatever works for you, where you feel like there's audience, friends that you can connect with, that you can talk to, that you can share your struggles with and your feelings with, it really helps. So to all of you guys who have been there supporting me and encouraging me, thank you. You really lift me up, and I appreciate that. And to all of my new followers and subscribers, thank you so much. A couple questions I get asked all the time. Do I have loose skin? Yeah, a little. I'll probably do a skin flick soon. I didn't plan for that today, but not too bad, honestly. My skin is a little flabby on my belly. My legs are okay. My legs were kind of always okay, though. I carried most of my weight in my belly, my boobs, and my arms. And my belly's a little saggy. My boobs are a little wrinkly, but I don't really care. My arms are very droopy, and I don't like that, but I don't plan to do plastics anytime soon, maybe down the road. So, it is what it is. I have no regrets about the surgery. I would go back and do it again 1,000 times over because, yeah, I look better, I guess, but I'm in such a healthier place physically. My God, I was diagnosed as diabetic before my surgery. I'm no longer diabetic. My cholesterol has come down, my blood pressure, all the things that could have been wrong were starting to go wrong and have all been reversed and are in very good, normal, healthy ranges now. So yeah, I feel fantastic. People also always ask me about hair loss. I did experience My hair has always fallen out a lot. It's pretty thick, and so I'm accustomed to it. Like, it's not really a big deal for me. But between months 4 and 6, I did lose more hair than I normally do, but after that, it kind of died down. Yeah, no regrets. Oh, people also always ask me about if my relationship with my husband has changed, and that's a funny question, because my initial reaction is to say, like, no, of course not. But our relationship always changes. You know, we're kind of newlywed. March will be 5 years since we got married. So I feel like it's still like very exciting to be married, and we still are learning about each other every day and growing together, and our lives are evolving. So of course our relationship changes, but always for the better. And, you know, I can't say that that's just because of weight loss surgery. Or a change in lifestyle, or being healthier, or being thinner, or anything like that. I mean, sure, that's all part of it, but that's a part of my life, you know, and as life goes on, our relationship evolves and grows. So I can't single out what changes have come just because of weight loss surgery. But yeah, he's super supportive and super happy for my progress and physical health and mental health. So yeah, that's definitely all good on that front. What else have I learned in these last couple of weeks, especially? I have learned that it is very easy to gain weight. I definitely feel like, I hate to say I'm going to have to diet for the rest of my life, because that sounds like a downer, but honestly, I don't mind. I feel good about it. And so let me explain. It's like I have to be careful with what I eat, because if I eat too much, which at this point it's easy to do, or if I eat too carby, I don't feel well afterwards, mentally and physically. So it's almost like I want to eat well so that I will feel well, and a side effect is that I happen to lose weight that way. So yes, I do always feel like I have to be on a diet, and yes, I'm sometimes tempted to eat poorly, but when I do, I don't feel too good, and I gain weight. So, you know, it's not like a huge burden to live this way. You know. Also, I said this already, but accountability is a really, really big part of it. I think if I were doing this totally alone in a vacuum by myself, not talking to anybody about it, it would be probably impossible. These last 14 months, and I'm sure going forward, are often mentally very difficult, as is life, right? I mean, some days are good, some days are bad, some days you just wake up in a terrible fucking mood. And, you know, for someone who has been accustomed to dealing with emotions in life with food always, it's really hard to change that. And people have asked me, like, how do you cope? And I guess they want the easy answer of like, oh, now I just work out. I mean, I've always worked out. No, I think, unfortunately, the answer is now I have to face what's happening. Unfortunately, you know, if something is very stressful, now I kind of force myself to address the root of the stress, instead of trying to not eat. Does that make sense? So that's tough, but you know, all of this comes from like a perspective of self-care, and that has really helped me too. Shifting my mindset from I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm on a diet that I'm trying to stick to, thinking of it as like I'm taking care of myself, I'm doing something good for myself, I'm putting myself in a healthier place. I don't know if that sounds like cheesy or cliche or whatever, but you know, really making this connection of like eating junk food makes me feel bad mentally and physically, and like it's bad for me, just like continuously trying to make that connection. Like, why would I do that? That's stupid. It's hard because, you know, food is very comforting, and that comes from the gut and the heart, but getting your brain involved and just reminding yourself that eating healthily, which can often be very delicious, by the way. Like, I am a total foodie, and I feel like I eat really well. There are a lot of really delicious, good foods and meals that you can have while still eating like a healthy lifestyle. So it's just making that like mental connection of like junk food, crap food, vending machine food, chips and cookies and pizza and I don't even know, whatever. Eating in excess, for me, junk food was never a huge issue, but just like eating in excess was. And I guess that's where my sleeve does come into play now, because I do definitely feel a restriction. If I eat too much too quickly, I feel like it kind of hurts a little, but then if I just wait, I could eat some more. So that's where my mind has to kick in and be like, hey, but you're not actually hungry. So what I've focused on in the last 3 or 4 weeks really is like trying to be in tune with my hunger, even if that means not eating at normal meal times, which, for the first couple months post-surgery, I definitely was not eating very much at all or at normal meal times. But then for like several months, I was just eating small amounts at normal meal times. Now I'm trying to, I'll have like a protein coffee in the morning, and sometimes that takes me until 2 in the afternoon, and then I'll have lunch at like 3 or 4. And honestly, that means not eating with my coworkers, or like meeting a friend for lunch and not really eating and eating later. And, if you're not hungry, don't eat. And I know that sounds so logical, but it's tough, especially in social situations. But really focusing on that in the last couple of weeks has definitely helped me get more in tune with my body. And sometimes I come home, and I have dinner ready for me and my husband for, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'm not hungry, so I just don't eat. And, getting over that like stigma of, these are the times you have to eat. It's lunchtime, so eat even if it's small, or it's dinner time, so you have to eat even if it's small. Like, getting over that has really helped me recently as well. So just doing all of this from a perspective of self-care and realizing I'm doing this for my own benefit, like getting your mind involved when your heart and your gut are really loud. That's what I'm still working on, but that is what has really helped. Of course, this week at work especially, there have been like so many parties and potlucks and cookies and blah, 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 that it's almost like I'm deaf to it now, but not really. I mean, sometimes cookies really do look amazing, but, and sometimes I do have like one here and there, but not too much, because it does kind of make me feel sick, and it's not good for me, So I try to avoid it, and it's kind of getting easier, but again, if you follow my Instagram, I try to always document all the like terrible crap that shows up at work, and it's not always like company provided. People are always like, you should talk to your HR department about providing healthy snacks. It's like not company provided. It's like somebody had a birthday party for their kid over the weekend and there was leftover cupcakes, so they bring them in for everybody, so it's whatever. Like, whenever coworkers say like, oh, have a cookie, have a cupcake, to say like, no, those kind of make me feel sick, or no, I'm trying to eat healthy, I feel like that's better and harder to argue with than like, no, I'm on a diet. Because if you say like, no, I'm on a diet, or people come back with, oh, well, just one, or oh, well, you live a little, or oh, well, it's Christmas, but if you try to say something like, no, I'm trying to be healthy, bitch, then they're not going to argue with that. So that's kind of come into play as well. What else? Since we last talked, I got to see Jess from Watch Kitty Shrink. We actually drove from New Orleans to New Jersey after Thanksgiving, so we stopped in Pikeville, Kentucky, which is not nearly as tiny as Jess makes it sound, let me tell you. It was absolutely lovely to meet her in person and to spend time with her. So that was really great. Since then, I also met up again with Sarah from Losing It For Me 42. We had a day of baking holiday cookies, all sugar-free, low-carb. That was really wonderful as well. So, I love meeting up with people from the community and just talking to you guys, whether it's in the comments, on Instagram, Insta stories, whatever. I'm so appreciative of this community, really. What else? I had like the longest period of all time. In fact, it's still going. We're like 2.5 weeks in. I went to see my gynecologist about it, and she has changed my birth control plan. I was on NuvaRing 3 weeks in, 1 week out, just like the normal way. She has changed me to 3 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 3 weeks in, 3 weeks in, and then out for 1. So 12 weeks, I'm supposed to not have a period and then have 1. This is the like first month that we're doing that, so I'm having a really long period. I don't know. I feel like this 10 pounds that I lost might be like a lot of body fat shedding, and maybe my hormones are shifting. I don't know. But this has been like the longest period ever, so the drama continues there. I will keep you posted. Also, I went to the eye doctor as I normally do once a year, and guess what? For the first time ever since I was 8 years old, literally since I was 8 years old, my prescription has not gotten worse. It didn't get better, but it stayed the same. So I'm really, really happy about that. And if it continues to stay the same, I may opt to get LASIK soon, one day, because I am so freaking blind. I can't, like, without glasses or contacts, I can't see a foot in front of my face, like, at all. It's all blur. It's all just like white nothingness. So I would love to have LASIK one day, and the fact that my prescription didn't get worse this year is a really good sign that maybe I will be a candidate. So I will keep you posted about that as well. Yeah, so that's basically it for me. I've been going to the gym a lot. Oh, the other day I was at the gym, and I have this shirt that's like scoop neck, kind of on both sides, but it's a little bit lower in the back, and I had rushed to the gym and I was wearing it backwards, and I didn't realize until I got there, and like halfway through the class it was like really bothering me, so I like just went to the corner and took it off and like flipped it around real quick. And then later I like told this story at another gym class, and you know what a lady said to me? She said, "Oh, well, you're thin, so you can do that." And that was a huge NSV for me. I don't think anyone in the real world had ever just like called me thin, who like didn't know me before. Just a person who like met me that day called me thin. That was pretty crazy. What else? Since I've been really focused on what I'm eating in the last few weeks, really refocused. Obviously, I always track everything in my MyFitnessPal, but if you guys remember, I also recently got the Fitbit Charge 2, so I've been tracking like calories in, calories out, and trying to come up with what my base metabolic rate is and how many calories I really need to like lose a pound of weight, and like keeping really detailed lists and charts. You guys know I work in data analysis, so this is kind of my thing, but you know, I think the like general understanding is that 3,500 calorie deficit per week results in 1 pound of weight loss, but that is definitely not accurate for me and my body. So just as a fun experiment, I'm trying to track as accurately as possible with the calories I've burned and the calories I've consumed to kind of calculate what my own base metabolic rate is. I will keep you posted on that. I don't think I have enough data on it yet. Yeah, and I think that's it. I hope you guys have a really wonderful Christmas and New Year. I will talk with you again soon. Like I said, my mom is in town, so we're going to be spending time here in New Jersey and in New York and doing all the touristy things, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I plan to take a week off from tracking my food, but still I plan to eat reasonably, just not like exactly 100% on plan, because if you're eating out at restaurants and stuff, it's really hard to keep track of what you're eating exactly, but definitely low carb, definitely high protein, definitely lots of water. So I will check in with you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Merry Christmas. Love you all. Bye.